Well, everyone's talking about it this morning. We'll never understand the depravity of these shooters. I think the most glaring detail out of this in Lewiston, Maine, is that over the summer, the suspected shooter was treated in a mental facility.
Yes.
And even went as far as threatening to shoot up a National Guard facility. And he was treated at that mental facility for hearing voices. How in the world does somebody like that still own? We're assuming they were his guns, being that he was prior military and a gun instructor.
How is he
how in the world
to own a gun? Exactly.
How, regardless of how you feel about owning guns and what should be illegal, what shouldn't be illegal, what kind of restrictions, I think we can all agree that person
should not own a gun. No.
I mean, well, we're just being in a mental facility. I know here in the state of California for at least 5 years, you can't own a gun.
Is that the law? I didn't know that was the law.
I don't understand. And then if you're hearing voices, if you're threatening to shoot up a place, I think if you threaten to shoot up a place, immediately you lose the right to bear arms.
Yes. I would absolutely agree with.
That's going to be addressed. The governor just spoke a little over an hour ago of Maine. There's been mixed reports about how many people tragically lost their lives. We've heard 22, we've heard 16. The governor did confirm 18 as of just a little over an hour ago.
And many more injured, yes.
The shooter started at a youth night at a bowling alley and then went 4 miles away to a bar and just opened fire on innocent people. Oh, man. And we hear about these too many times. It's crazy.
America has by far the most mass shootings of any.
Right.
Well, besides the war that's happening right now.
Yeah, there's a lot. You open your news app this morning. I opened mine, and well, first I saw that the Victoria's Secrets catalog celebrating Mariah Carey's collection is going to be delivered today. So I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But then you get into the war in Israel, then the Hurricane Otis at Category 5 that intensified in 12 hours, and we don't know what kind of damage is in Acapulco, Mexico. Then, of course, the shooting. And the shooter at this time is still at large, which is terrifying.
He's still on the loose. Man.
Those poor people, they're all being told to lock indoors, don't go anywhere, and you just got to wonder, like, well, are we at risk? I can't imagine what's going through the minds.
Wow.
The only good thing out of these is the stories, and we're going to hear about them, of the heroes, the medical workers. There's already some coming out about parents laying on top of their kids. I know.
It's hard to watch the news these days. It really is.
It breaks your heart. All right, give us something to.
I got something good.
Please.
Something lighthearted and wonderful. So.
I have my doubts. I don't trust you.
No, this one's good. You can't debate this one. Okay. A man named James Harrison, who is 86 years old from New South Wales, holds the Guinness World Record for the most amount of blood donations because he has a unique blood that cures a disease. So he's been donating his blood every single week for 61 years, and he has saved 2.4 million babies.
Whoa, that's incredible.
That's some good news for you.
I'll give you a slow golf clap for that one. That is a great story, and this is why somebody like me doesn't have that miracle blood, because I'm selling it. Oh, you want a pint of this cancer curing blood?
Yeah. It's gonna cost ya.
I got a mortgage to pay, so you need my blood? I need your cash. That's a really good story.
Yeah.
Can we get into this? It's been going viral for a couple of days. I wasn't going to address it, but just because now, like, celebrities like LL Cool J, who I think anybody who knows who LL Cool J is will agree that he has swagger.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
Oh, like you look at LL and you're like, even I swoon. I'm like, oh. Okay, daddy.
Hey.
This viral list of bad dates, bad places to go on a first date.
Oh, the Cheesecake Factory. I remember seeing that. Everyone's freaking out over the Cheesecake Factory.
What do you remember a bad, like, first of all, I don't think it's the location of where you go. I think ultimately it ends up with the person you're going on a date with. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's the company. Right.
Yeah.
You could go to Maestro's with a terrible person, and it's going to be a horrible first date.
Yes. Yes. I
It's
would
Maestro's,
agree.
right? Maestro's.
I say Mastro's.
These
It's
fancy
Mastro's.
schmancy restaurants. Give me an Applebee's any day. Give me 2-for-1s at Chili's. Give me the 2-for-20 deal. Now that's a good first date, right?
Yeah. You know what? There was a time in my life when, I'm like a little Hollywood girl getting asked out by all these guys. There was a time in my life when I was definitely particular about where a guy would take me out on a first date, because to me it showed, I know it's terrible. It's terrible now.
You are terrible.
I'm not that person anymore, but it would show me, okay, what is this guy like? What's his, I don't know,
worth.
Status or what?
How much money does he have?
Not even that, not that so much, but what is he willing to do for me? Like how how far is he gonna go to take me out? That type of
right.
thing.
When I was well, like, did you have a specific example? Because I certainly have one, and I got to tell you, it backfired on her.
I don't have a specific example. No, this is just thoughts that went through my mind. Like, oh, he's
when
really going to take me there?
I was 22. I was interning and working at a gas station. I was it was just ending my internships, but I didn't have. I mean, it was working for free for like a year.
Yeah,
I asked this young woman out to go to Chili's.
Okay.
First date. Man, 2-for-1s. I think 3-for-1s at that time. It's Florida. It's a Chili's in Florida.
Yeah, Chili's in Florida is great.
Yeah, they pour heavy there. Heavy.
I know.
But she was she was like, if you ever want to take me on a date again, you will never take me to Chili's again.
Okay.
So I never took her on a date again.
Yeah,
you're too good.
Exactly.
Chili's with me is like going to my Mastro's with Nick Jonas, Joe Jonas.
Totally.
Which Jonas did you have sex with?
Neither. None of them.
I've been telling everybody that you did. Number 1 was Cheesecake Factory, which I don't get because they have an option for everybody.
I love Cheesecake Factory.
I always reference the one in Redondo Beach, California. It's right on the water. Anything on the water is romantic. It could be Taco Bell. If it's on the water, you have an ocean view.
Totally.
It's romantic.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree now. I know. Now I read this list and I'm like, ugh, those bougie biatches.
Yeah. And you were that problem at one point.
I know. But
Number 7.
Not to that extent. This list is crazy.
I think it is too. I mean, I would never go to Olive Garden. That's number 5. Or fast food restaurants is number 8. Before fast food, B-dubs on there. Buffalo Wild Wings. Are you kidding me? Football, wings, and beer. What a great first date.
Well, not for a girl. I would never want to go there. Like, don't take me to a sports bar. Actually, oh my God, that's where I met Alex, my fiance.
See?
He wanted to meet me at a sports bar for our first date. And funny enough, he lost his phone the night before because he went out drinking. And I know. And so I showed up. He stood me up. He stood me up for our first date at a sports bar. So here I am looking around trying to find him, and he wasn't there. So next thing you know, I'm sitting at a table full of other guys that are flirting with me. And I know he eventually showed up, and I'm like, this is what you get.
Yeah, you showed him as you hold his daughter.
I know, exactly.
I'm pretty sure he got lucky.
He did.
There's a little bit of evidence in your arms. So sports bar works it.
It didn't.
Clearly.
I just liked him more than anyone else. So there you go. It's all about the company.
It is all about, I'm telling you, number 6 is the movies. For a first date, I agree, because you don't get to talk, you don't get to know each other.
Exactly.
The one on the list that makes me laugh is number 7, at your house. That's not a date.
No.
That's not a first date.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's something
not.
Else.
Yeah.
And I think well, considering all the bad news today, that's all I have, unless you have something else.
Yeah, I got some good stuff. Should we save it for tomorrow?
Yeah, why not? It's just weird to joke on days like this. It's just so like I just want to turn up the news, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn up the news. I'm going to go on a run, read a book.
That's good.
And it's just sickening, and then pray for the people in Maine that this ends quickly and they find this monster.
Yeah, lots of prayers are going out to the people around the world, around the whole world, Israel,
Yeah.
Palestine, Maine, and everyone else who is suffering.
Go take care of your mental and physical health.
Yes. Yes.
And we'll be back tomorrow on Just a
Okay.
Dash.
Bye-bye.